许久不见，甚是想念呀！大家好，我是木瓜。如果让你选一个能在世锦赛正赛中玩着打的球员，你会选谁呢？我想呀，大多数球迷首先想到的就是奥沙利文了吧？本期视频我们来欣赏一下2015年世锦赛奥沙利文对阵宾汉姆的一局精彩比赛。这局比赛中，奥沙利文上演了各种花里胡哨的表现，还有一杆7库走位，可以说玩着就把二师兄给赢了。可怜的二师兄啊，又成了背景帝。
Because Ronnie will, if he can just get this, pop this black and get on the red, because sometimes when the colour you're playing is inside the jaws like that, it can be not straightforward to get on the next red. But if Ronnie does get on a red, start to pounce on misses like this. This was the first one there. There's always the prospect with this year's championship, and it's not there yet because neither player has won. But there is the prospect of O'Sullivan playing Trump in the semi-final. And that really is something to savour if you're a snooker enthusiast, or even if you've got a passing interest. You won't want to miss that match if it happens.
粉球下方的那颗红球明显有下，但是奥沙利文在寻思啥呢？我们来看看啊。接下来，这位世界级大师做出了一个匪夷所思、前所未见的动作，他竟然拿出了翘粉来测量点位。这个呀，连宾汉姆都没有看明白。这个应该是绝大多数人都没有在职业赛场上见过，更别说他是奥沙利文了。
He's played extremely well with his usual high levels of skill, but he has looked ill at ease at times. A lot of negative gesticulation and shaking of the head and contorting of the facial features.
I'd love to know what he was doing there.
本球打进，但是因为点位啊都被占据了，只能放在原来点位的垂直下方。而这个位置呢，就是刚才奥沙利文用翘粉测量的位置。现在大家都明白了吧？这个奥沙利文的这番操作呀，简直就是花里胡哨，就是离谱呀
！Shot you've ever seen there?
23.
I've never seen that before. And I didn't think you were allowed to do it, but I'm happy to be corrected on that one.
Are we any the wiser as to what he was trying to achieve there? I think not.
No.
Anyway, the break goes on. It's a very good chance for O'Sullivan to move 3-2 in front from 2-1 adrift.
29.
Not a flicker from referee Terry Camilleri.
30. 35.
Well, as I say, the one thing I know you're not allowed to do, and as I say, I know most of the rules of the game, oddly enough, as a former player, but you can't take a ball out of the pocket that's been knocked in and put it on the table to see if a ball will respot. You can't do anything like that. When they're off the table, you can't use them as any kind of a measuring guide. The chalk,
43.
There's probably no rule to say you can't do it, although I've never seen anyone try it before.
44.
And he never ceases to keep things different, does he, O'Sullivan?
Always comes up with something weird and wonderful.
Well, he nearly broke his cue, as we said in his match against Matthew Stevens. He hit it the table so hard, and we saw a freeze frame of it, and the cue was like a bow and arrow. Well, the bow, anyway. It's
52.
Use it like an arrow sometimes.
Well, this frame is long since won in any case.
Yeah, and he looks very sharp, doesn't he? You know, this is the best I've seen him look for a few months since he won the Champion of Champions earlier in the season.
Well,
这杆球就是真的是离谱了啊！红球经过2库后翻逆中带，M 球呢也走了7库，不仅顺利钓到了粉球，还没有碰到任何一个球。
I'm not sure what he's frustrated about. It's not because he's not playing well.
67.
Well, he was shaking his head after he shook hands with Matthew Stevens last evening, following a 13-5 win, so it's anyone's guess.
72.
I spent a bit of time with Ronnie when we were in Berlin working for Eurosport on that tournament there, the German
76.
Masters, and I must admit I thoroughly enjoyed his company. You know, on and off the table. Off the table, he was very engaging. You know, you might get the impression if you've never met Ronnie that he can be a bit of a handful, but he's actually very polite, nice to talk to, and good fun.
Yep, echo all of that. He's a fascinating character, that's for sure. And he just happens to be a brilliant snooker player as well. As that break demonstrated, well,
感谢各位的观看，喜欢的朋友啊，麻烦点个赞，也欢迎评论加关注呀。